guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been having a good week since I last spoke to you. Today I'm going to be doing a very exciting video, and it's exciting for two reasons. Number one, it's something I've never done before. I've never really had a discussion based video, and I've never involved a discussion with a tutorial, so I think this is going to be really fun. Basically, the video is going to involve me applying makeup on one side of my face and keeping the other side with no makeup on. That's why I'm wearing no makeup, by the way. And I'm going to be answering 10 questions that the YouTuber Taylah and I came up with, and they're all based around makeup, so the impact they have on ourselves and society in general, and it should be really fun. You probably already know what the second reason is, but the second reason this is exciting is because it's a collab, and it's with a YouTuber that I honestly really love. Her name is Taylah, but on YouTube she is known as TaylahTalk, and I'm sure quite a few of you know her. If you do, let me know in the comments, because it would be really cool if we had some more subscribers. I absolutely love her videos. Honestly, I watch every single one of them when they come out because they're entertaining, interesting, and I love that she has a whole range of things on her channel. She isn't just dedicated to one theme, for example, beauty. It's kind of everything, which I really love. So I really recommend you go check out her channel. So I'm going to have it linked in the description of this video. And also, because it's a collaboration, she is making her version of this video. So it'll be interesting to see if we have similar answers for some things or completely different. So I'm going to have her video and her channel linked below, so I would love for you to check them out. I want this video to be much more focused on the questions I'm answering, not the makeup itself, so I'm going to have a list of all the products that I use below in case you guys are wondering. I just realized you can't see all of my face right now, so let's just put this all behind me, even though I don't really like my ears showing. Not because I think my ears are ugly, I just feel very like naked and exposed right now. Okay, I feel so weird. I'm just gonna have to go like this. Okay, that's more comfortable. The first question is, when did you start using makeup and why did you start using makeup? Wearing a full face of makeup wise, it wasn't until later in high school, but beginning to wear makeup in general, I actually began wearing makeup in year 7, which is ridiculous because I was actually 12 at the time. Back in year 7, I really didn't wear much at all though. I remember wearing the Body Shop powder foundation, and I must have worn a little mascara because it seems strange for me to only use the foundation. Then I remember in year 8 I started wearing eyeliner, but only brown eyeliner. And I also started wearing concealer, but only underneath my eyes. I really didn't have problems with blemishes. I was very lucky. Then I remember in year 9 I discovered liquid eyeliner, and I used to wear such a thick wing, and then I also used white or pearly shaded eyeshadow in my inner corners. That was like my thing. Year 10, 11 and 12 is when I started getting into everything else. So when I went out I also wore eyeshadow and lipstick, and then I started to get into highlighting and contouring and blush. I just realized the question was when I started wearing makeup, but I thought I'd tell you the whole story instead because it was so gradual over time. Because I started wearing makeup over a long period of time, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly why I started wearing makeup. I do remember the reason I started using concealer and skin products though was because I was so self-conscious of my under eyes. I remember back in year 7 and 8, I was so self-conscious of them that sometimes I would cry and cry before school and end up coming late because I was just so embarrassed by them, which is weird because I never got bullied about it and no one ever pointed it out, but it was just a big insecurity of mine. I just remember I started being more interested in makeup from the creative side of things, so that's why I wanted to try more eyeshadows and lipsticks, and I really like getting dressed up. I just thought that whole process was really fun. I still do. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm sure the fact that other girls started wearing makeup would have had an influence. It would have for sure. So even though I was wearing a little bit, I would have just naturally worn more because everyone else was around me. Question number 2, do you use makeup to hide anything you're insecure about? If so, what? Funny timing that this question pops up as I'm covering my under eyes and my eyelids. This is actually the part of my face I'm the most insecure about, and it is something I really focus on when I'm applying makeup, and I'm sure most of you guys have noticed that. I really like making sure that the bluey, purpley tones around my eyes are covered as much as they can because I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't really have problems with under eye circles or bags. My thing is probably just genetic, and I'm probably stuck with it for life as it doesn't really change, but it's basically how my under eyes are sunken down. And I'm sure most of you have noticed, and you might not think of it as a bad thing, but it's just something I've always noticed that is different about my face compared to other people's, and because of that I've I've never really liked it. I do occasionally get blemishes here or there, like right now I have one here and here and here, but that's really rare and it was just randomly unlucky that it happens now. Usually mine is just caused by my diet and sleep and water level, so I don't really complain when it happens. I'm kind of just like, yeah, I deserve it. This is the only real part of my face that I change a lot through makeup. Other things look better because of the makeup, but I'm not really hiding other parts of my face. Actually, I just remember one thing I used to be very insecure about when I was younger, and makeup couldn't cover it, and that really, really sucked. And I'm sort of experiencing it right now, but it's not too bad. This probably could be covered, and it's eczema. I've had eczema my entire life. I always have it on my body. I remember in high school it was quite common for me to get it around my eyes. So right now it's red around my eyes, so that's eczema, but it isn't dry. But I remember when it was dry, I couldn't conceal it, and that was just so stressful. Question number 3, has makeup improved your life in any way? It definitely has for a number of reasons. First of all, it's improved my confidence, because if I'm going out and my makeup's looking really good and I feel good about how I look, I'm much more likely to be myself in social situations, and I'm more confident, and I'll be more excited for things like photos and stuff. And makeup has also improved my life because it provides another way for me to be creative. Obviously, I don't really do over-the-top looks on my channel at all, but I really do love the fun of trying new colors. I constantly switch up eyeshadow colors and lipstick colors, and I get excited every single time. Like, for example, if I know I'm going to wear a bright lipstick the next day, I actually feel excited. So it definitely provides me happiness in that way too. Although I buy nowhere near as much makeup as I used to, buying makeup has brought a lot of happiness to my life, because I love the excitement that comes with seeing the new product that's come out and going shopping with people, or even by yourself to go get those things and trying them for the first time. And actually, now that I think about it, without makeup I wouldn't really have this YouTube channel. Although it isn't just makeup now, when it began it was mainly makeup. So without makeup, maybe this channel wouldn't exist. I've actually already answered the next question, but turns out my camera stopped recording, so yay! So I might have a bit more makeup on. But anyway, question 4. Do you believe that there is any negative sides to makeup? Even though I wear makeup quite often, I can definitely see the negative sides of makeup. I don't think there are as many negatives as positives, but there definitely are negatives, and it's something I've noticed in my own lives and other people's lives. And the main issue is dependency. And let me explain it before you judge, because at first that is going to sound so judgmental. It is fine for people to wear makeup as often as they want and as much as they want, but I really hate how sad it is seeing some people when they become extremely dependent on it. Because when they're in situations where they can't wear makeup or they have to take off makeup, it is so sad seeing how traumatizing that is for them, and I can fully relate so much. Throughout high school, I probably didn't wear makeup about 3 times, and those times I really had to push myself. And even though I did it, I felt horrible the entire day. I felt so self-conscious, I didn't feel good enough. It just put me in a really crappy state. And I think that was because I was wearing it so much and I was so used to seeing myself with it that without it, of course it's gonna look bad in comparison. And honestly, I think it depends on the person. There will be people that wear makeup every single day of their lives, but without it they're actually fine. They just prefer to wear makeup and they love doing it. But some people, like me for example, it just results in unhealthy behavior. So usually to keep balance in my life, I try to have a couple of days a week or 1 day a week without makeup. I don't have to go anywhere or anything, but even just seeing myself without makeup in the mirror can be a healthy thing for me mentally, because I feel like if I wear makeup too much of the time, when I take it off, I just don't feel comfortable with it. But one pet hate I personally have is I really hate it when natural girls and girls who wear makeup compete against each other and hate on each other for the decisions they've made. It's so strange to me. For example, I'm sure you've seen that some people who don't wear any makeup at all are very judgmental and bitchy towards those that do wear makeup, and I think that's really wrong because it's their decision. But at the same time, I've started seeing memes and stuff on the internet of girls who wear a lot of makeup making fun of people who wear none, and just saying they're better because they wear a lot of makeup. And I think that's again really bitchy and judgmental, and I don't understand that at all. And it's not really makeup's fault, but at the same time, if makeup didn't exist, there wouldn't be that competitiveness. And I think it's really, really wrong that that exists. I just don't like that. I feel like I've just got to blend this while I talk, otherwise I'm never going to blend it. Also, another negative, which is again, not the makeup's fault. It's a really weird way to say it, but it's not the makeup's fault. It really depends on the individual. I think that buying makeup can definitely become an addiction. Obviously, people who buy makeup all the time aren't necessarily addicted, and it's actually not unhealthy. Doing that is completely fine. You're allowed to buy whatever you want or spend your money on whatever you want. It's your decision. But I know personally in my life, I have bought quite a lot of makeup you guys have seen over the years, and I do feel regret towards it because I know at the time I was so caught up in all the excitement and the sales, and now that I look at it, I'm like, why do I have so much? I don't even use it all, and I feel bad for the amount of money I've spent on it. So I do feel like it is a product that's very addictive because there's constantly more coming out. It's targeted towards you every single place that you go. No matter what on your phone, you're going to just feel like you need to buy something else. And being caught up in that myself and seeing the negative results from feeling regret towards it, I feel like that can be a negative thing. And I feel like that's pretty much any product, but makeup, because there's so much of it and so many brands and so many makeup sales, it's much more easier to get caught up with, and it can have negative results. Question number 5, do you believe everyone should be allowed to wear makeup? The fact that that's even asked is so sad to me because literally anyone in the world is allowed to wear makeup. Doesn't matter who they are in any possible way. I think it is so wrong when guys get put down for wearing makeup, whether it's for creative purposes or just to boost their confidence in some way. They should never be judged no matter what. It doesn't matter who they are, they're human, they can look the way that they want to look. It's ridiculous. And also, if I'm gonna be honest, guys wearing makeup is a much more common thing than most people would think. They don't have to be wearing a full face of makeup to be wearing makeup. I know guys who just weren't feeling good about their skin that day and were wearing BB cream or concealer. It is so common. Question number 6, do you think people treat you differently because you wear makeup? I've never been bullied for wearing too much makeup, which is a ridiculous reason to get bullied, by the way. I have noticed that when I wear makeup, I seem to have more social interactions. I seem to have more small talk, or just casual things like people smiling to me or saying hi. But at the same time, that actually could be my own doing. Because if I'm not wearing makeup, I'm not going to be as confident, therefore I'm not going to have my head up and I'm not going to smile at people as much. So I don't really know if that's actually people treating me differently or if it's me acting differently and them treating me differently because of it. It's very interesting to think about. Actually, one last thing that seems really obvious now, if I'm wearing makeup, I get more compliments on how I look. And that may sound bad, but I don't actually take it as an insult because I've done something to purposely make myself look better. So if someone acknowledges that, I'm like, oh, cool. One quick question for you guys. Do any of you guys have eczema? I've had it my whole life, so I know a decent amount about it. But when it's on my face, I have no idea what the cause is. I've had it all around here. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I've had it here for a few weeks and around here, as I said before. And it's not dry like usual eczema, but it's like red. Maybe it's not eczema. I don't really know. Any advice? Question number 7, how often do you go without makeup and do you feel confident without it? As I answered in an earlier question, I usually go a few days a week without makeup. If I'm at home and I'm not leaving the house and I'm not filming, I will never wear makeup. Ever. There is no chance. Pretty much the only times I do wear makeup is when I'm going to uni 2 or 3 days a week, when I'm filming these videos, and when I go out at night. Sometimes I wear it if I go shopping and stuff, but usually not a whole face. And the second part of the question was, do you feel confident without makeup? If I'm going to be completely honest, I do feel more confident with makeup, but that is a lot of the reason I wear makeup, so that's kind of expected. But I do feel confident enough without makeup that I can wear no makeup in public, which is such a breakthrough for me because I used to not be able to do that at all. So I'm quite proud because it was definitely something I needed to do for my mental health. Otherwise, my self-esteem was not very good. My confidence level without makeup really depends on who I'm around. Like my boyfriend and my parents always see me without makeup all the time. So I'm really used to it. It's actually more of a big deal if I'm wearing makeup around them. But funnily enough, with close friends, it's the opposite. They rarely see me without makeup, and because they do rarely see me without makeup, I would be not very confident without it because I just would not be used to it. But with strangers, I'm confident. It's really weird. There's like layers, but that's because they don't know me, so like there's no expectations or anything. Question number 9, do you think there is a stigma towards wearing a lot of makeup? I think there used to be, but there isn't too much of one now. Back when I was in high school, there was definitely more of a stigma. I remember the girls who wore a lot more than everyone else, and when I say a lot more, I mean less than this, so it wasn't a huge amount. I remember hearing guys and girls always bitch about it a lot and look down on them because of it, and it used to be a big deal. I often worried I was wearing too much. But I feel like in general, everyone is wearing a lot more makeup nowadays. I might be completely wrong with saying that, but when I watch tutorials, people are just applying a lot more. I guess it's more on trends to be wearing a lot more and having a more flawless complexion. It kind of is still a stigma though. Like for example, there are so many photos of the internet with a girl without makeup and a girl with makeup, or half and half like this. I wonder if I'm going to be a future meme. We'll see. But when there are photos like that trending around and guys are sharing it and saying, oh, girls are lying to us and all this crazy stuff, it annoys the absolute crap out of me. Obviously everyone has a completely different opinion on how much makeup is too much makeup and how much they wouldn't wear themselves, but when it gets to the point of bullying through those type of photos, I just think that is so bad. Got lipstick on my teeth. I'm just gonna fix my makeup a little while I answer the last question, and it is question 10. What is your favorite part about wearing makeup? There's so many different reasons as to why I like wearing it. One of the main reasons is that it increases my confidence, and I've said that before. And it's not because I feel awful without it. I'm actually pretty fine without it. It's just I feel so much more confident with it. Even just looking in the mirror right now, I think my eyes look so much bigger and brighter and bluer. And I love that. It makes me feel really good about myself. I like the shape of my eyebrows more, and I also like how it matches my hair. I like how it makes my skin look clearer and more healthy and glowy. That definitely increases my confidence. Also, I've already touched on this, but I love the creative aspect of makeup. I love trying new colors and seeing how they look on me. I personally find it a really relaxing process to do in general. I think it's really fun to just put some music on and slowly do your makeup. I find that in general, I prefer photos of myself where I'm wearing makeup, and not because I necessarily look better, but I just think there's a lot more to the photo. There's more color and it just looks cooler. I just really like colorful visual things. And the last thing I enjoy about makeup is the exciting products. Even just looking around right now, I feel excited. Like Naked 2 palette, look how pretty. And they're so well made and they're just so fun to use. I've actually never done this one half face thing before ever, so this is actually the first time I've ever seen this, so I'm experiencing this with you guys. It's always strange how in contrast the skin with no makeup always looks so pink and red, but to begin with I didn't really notice that, so it sort of makes sense how over time, if I saw this too much, this would always look so red in comparison. I feel like this proves a really good point. That's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you did. I seriously loved filming this. I really want you guys to get involved in the comments, so I'm going to ask one question for you guys. It is actually the first question I answered. When did you start using makeup and why did you start? Please let me know your answer in the comments below. It would be really cool to get to know you guys from it and stuff because everyone is completely different. Please remember to check out TaylahTalk's channel and her video. I've already seen a little sneak peek of her video and it looks awesome and I'm so excited to hear her answers. So I would seriously love and appreciate it so much if you could go check it out. If you do end up watching her video, remember to leave a thumbs up for me, and in the comments, leave a comment saying sheribubble sent you. Also, if you haven't clicked subscribe on this video and you're from Taylah's video or you're just a complete random on the internet, remember to click subscribe so you can keep watching me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!